Greetings and thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me in regards to the position that you're hiring for, which is a graphic designer. Based on the information that I've reviewed, you're looking for a graphic designer that can do front-end web development, illustrations, and they have to be familiar with the Adobe Creative Cloud program. I fit every last one of those categories. First off, let me introduce myself. As I said, my name is Michael Williams, and to me, graphic design is more than just putting images and typography together. It's more of creating a visual communication piece so that the consumer will be engaged to look at the product or the service. Now, I enjoy what I do, and I can multitask, I can delegate authority, I can accept authority, I can also work as a team, and I can work individually. With that being said, let me go ahead and show you what I can bring to the table for you. In looking at your categories or the qualifications, you were looking for designer that can put your branding together or update your branding. Well, based on that information, you can look and notice that I've worked on projects such as this. We'll start with this Roy and Revelation logo that I have right here. All right, when I started this progress, I went with the original program, or I went with the original logo, which is here, and I started with sketches. When I created the sketches, I put them in Illustrator, and then from there, I designed it. The artist is known for the microphone, this microphone right here. So what I did was I took that idea and I incorporated it with his name. So you'll look at the microphone, you'll look at his name, which gives you the final piece. Once I do the standards and I do the color theory with this right here. So because the artist is known for this, I wanted to make this signature as well as incorporate it with the band name. So I took that and I made it, and I also show how it looks on different product pieces, small sizes, larger sizes. This is very important when you're branding. So as I said, I took this and adhering to the branding information, I took this and then I started developing different pieces. As you'll notice, the microphone, which he's known for, and here's the company name. The branding is all similar. It all works together. It flows together with the concept all together. Here it is right here, and that's very important when you're working with a brand, or you're working with a corporation or a company. Is the recognition. It makes it stand out. That's the first thing that comes into mind when you look at it. You also have magazine publications and pamphlets that you work on, and I've done a few myself as far as Rolex. Again, the brand has to stand out. It has to grab your attention. Here's the product. Here's the visual, and everything is constant. Everything is consistent. So as a graphic designer, you have to capture the consumer's attention not only by the typography and the images, but also by the aesthetics of the design. You'll notice here's the Rolex logo, here's the Rolex, here's your aesthetic design. Everything works together. I can do a single full page, or I can work on a wide double spread page, as I did right here. Now this right here, my qualifications show you that I'm very good at Illustrator. So you'll notice if you look at this shoe right here, I actually designed this shoe in Illustrator after color theory. I designed the logo, which is ILTOC, which stands for I Love to Compete. So it's a competitive shoe. So I used the mesh tools and I used color theory, matched up the colors. I took this lion and I designed every piece in Illustrator, and then I formed a double page spread, as you'll notice right here. So as a as a graphic designer, the elements that you're looking for, I fit the criteria, as well as web development, your front end web development. When you look at those, we'll go here and we'll take a look at this also. I am very good at incorporating design elements to make responsive front end web designs that I can then hand off to a more sophisticated web designer I can form the CSS and I can form the HTML5. I designed these in WordPress, but I'm very good at putting this together so it can be responsive on different devices. If you'll notice, full screen, laptop, pads, and then phones. All of these things are very important, and I bring this to the table to give you more of an idea of what I can do. And I also would like to show you my leave behind piece. With my leave behind piece, this is pretty much how I introduce myself. Here's the intro. And when I did the leave behind piece, I made it to where you could interact with it. So the arrow will tell you to turn it over. As again, this comes with information, graphics, and illustration. And on the other side, I show my qualifications, which is here. I introduce myself, I show my qualifications, and then there's another arrow that sends you back to the other page, and it shows you my contact information down here at the bottom. So these are the qualifications that I bring to the table, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much for your time. It's definitely been a pleasure speaking with you, and I want you to have an awesome day, and I look forward to working with you.